Hi, I welcome you all for Digital Principles and System Design course. Today we are going to discuss about flip-flops. The flip-flops are coming under the type of sequential circuits. Sequential circuits are the circuits in which output value depends based on both present and past input. In contrast, so far we have discussed about combinational circuits. Combinational circuits are the circuits in which output value depends only on the present input. Okay. So under sequential circuits we are going to see about flip-flops. Then what do you mean by flip-flop? Flip-flop is a binary cell capable of storing one bit of information. That is, it can store either 0 or 1. One bit at a time. Okay, the size of the cell is 1 bit. Okay, that is called as a flip-flop. Then we are going to see the various types of flip-flops. First one is RS flip-flop, that is called as a reset set flip-flop. Second one is SR flip-flop, that is a set reset flip-flop or clocked RS flip-flop. Then third one is JK flip-flop. Fourth one is T flip-flop or toggle flip-flop. Fifth one is D flip-flop or data flip-flop. That is FF is the expansion of flip-flops. Okay. Now we will see the types one by one. Simple block diagram of RS flip-flop is Q and Q dash. Two inputs are R and S and two outputs are Q and Q dash. It is important to note that the output for any kind of flip-flop is two outputs, that is Q and Q dash. Only the number of inputs will change. The flip-flop may have two inputs or one input, but the output of any kind of flip-flop is always two outputs, that is Q and Q dash. That is Q is nothing but normal output, Q dash is nothing but a complemented output. Okay, this is the simple block diagram of RS flip-flop. Now we will see the logical diagram of this RS flip-flop. Yes, I think you can easily understand the flow of this circuit. R is given as an input to one NAND gate. S is given as an input to another NAND gate. The output of R is given as input to is given along with the input S. The output of this NAND gate is given as an input along with the R. Okay. Now we will discuss the characteristic table of this diagram. R, S, QT, QT plus 1, which is nothing but the present state, next state. Okay. Okay, 0, 0. When R is 0, if any one of the value of input is 0, in that gate the output becomes 1. Okay, if R is 0, S is 0, irrespective of the second input, the output is always 1. So this is an indeterminate state. Okay, we will say it is an indeterminate state. Okay. It is indeterminate state because you cannot get both the output should be 1. If one output is 1, the other output should be 0. If one output is 0, the other output should be 1. Okay, that is called as a Q1, Q dash. But if R and S is taken as 0, what is happening? If momentarily both the output of NAND gates become 1. So it should not happen. So that is why it is called as an indeterminate state. Okay, then next we'll check with 0, 1. Okay, R is 0, S is 1. So R 0 means this output is going to be okay, R is 0 means this is going to be 1, this is going to be 1, 1 1 means this is going to be 0, correct? This is going to be 0. Now we are going to assume Q value as 0. Q value as 0, what will happen? This 0 will come here, the output could be here 1, then 1, if 1 goes here, what will happen? The output becomes 1. So when Q is 0, Qt plus 1 is 1. So now we are testing the behavior of the flip-flop. Okay, by assuming the present state as 0 and 1. Now first I am assuming the value of present state as 0. Then what that 0 is coming? 0 is coming to this, coming as an input to this NAND gate. So what will happen? 0 and 1 means the output of a NAND gate becomes 1. This 1 is coming to this NAND gate. So what is the value of Q now? Now it is 1. So it is 1 here. Now we need to assume that Q value as 1 now. Now we need to assume the Q value as 1. Now we need to assume the present state of Q as 1. Okay. So what will happen? 1 will come here. If both the inputs are 1 in NAND gate, output is going to be 0. If 0 comes here, if any one of the value is 0, output is 1. So when present state is 1, the next state is also 1, which means this represents the set state of the flip-flop. So we are discussing about the characteristic table of an RS flip-flop. Okay. Characteristic table of RS flip-flop. Okay. Similarly, we have to check with the third input called as a 1 0. 1 0 by assuming the two present states 0 1. Okay. 1 here 1. It is 0. So 0. Now it is based on the 0. Okay. Now what we'll do? We'll assume Q as present state Q as 0. So what it will come here 0 0. What it goes here? The output of NAND gate is 1. This one will go as an input to this NAND gate. If both inputs are 1 in NAND gate, the output is 0. So if present state is 0, the next state is 0. Okay. Now we'll assume the present state as 1. What will happen? 1 will be coming as an input to this NAND gate. So if one of the input is 0, so automatically the output is going to be 1. Then 1 will come here. Both the inputs are 1 means the NAND gate is once again it is going to be 0. When the present state is 1, the next state is also 0. So this represents the reset state. Okay. Then next we'll go for an next set of input called as an 1 1. R is 1, S is also 1. And we are going to assume the present state of Q as 0. 0 means here 1. 1 1 means it is going to be 0. So when a present state is 0, next state is 0. Now we will assume the present state as 1. Then this 1 will come here. Both inputs are 1 means it is going to be 0. If 0 comes here, if any one of the input is 0 in NAND gate, the output is going to be 1. So the next state is 1, which means that when present state is 0, next state is 0. When the present state is 1, next state is 1. This state, state is called as a no change state. Clear? So as far as this flip-flop concerned, for the first input 0, 0, it goes to an indeterminate state. For the second input 0, 1, that is reset state. When set is 1, it goes to set state. That is both the inputs are both are going to 1, irrespective of the present state is 0 or 1. For third input, it is reset set. When reset is 1, it goes to reset state, irrespective of the present state 0 or 1. When the inputs R and S are both are 1, the states are not changing. If present state is 0, the next state is also 0. The present state is 1, the next state is also 1. This is the characteristic table of an RS flip-flop. Okay. Now we will go on to see the SR flip-flop. SR flip-flop, otherwise known as clocked RS flip-flop. So, as the name implies, we are going to include another input along with our original input called as an RS flip-flop. RS. Okay. First, you draw the original circuit. Okay. This is our clock input. Clock input is combined with both the NAND gates. It is given here. Goes like this. So this is S, this is R, Q, Q dash. If you look at this circuit, it is very simple. This part is nothing but our RS flip-flop. Okay, this part, right? This part is nothing but our RS flip-flop. Before that, what we have done? We have included the two NAND gates and we have provided two inputs called as an S and R, and both the NAND gates are combined with the special input called as a clock input, which means that the circuit will start working or it will react to our inputs when the clock input is activated. Okay, if the clock input is not activated, the flip-flop won't respond to the inputs. Okay, that is the purpose of a clock input. By default, clock input is always 1. Okay, based on which, now we will see the characteristic table of SR flip-flop. Now we will see the characteristic table of SR flip-flop. The similar way how I have defined in the previous RS flip-flop, in the similar way we have to see 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 QT present state, QT plus 1 is next state. Okay, 0 0 0 0 means what will happen? If any one of the input is 0, the output of NAND gate becomes 1, right? So here it is going to be 1. Now we are going to check with the present state with the values of 0 and 1, right? We will assume the present state of Q is 0. So what will happen? 0 will come here. So here we will get 1. This one will go here. 1 1 means it is going to be 0. Correct? Now we'll assume the present state as 1, then 1 1. 1 1 means both inputs are 1, means the NAND gate output would be 0. If 0 comes here, what is the output here? 0. The next output is 1 minute. So if I am giving 1 here, so 1 1, what is happening? 1 1 0, right? 0 1 means it is going to be 1 here. Okay, so what is happening? It is no change state. It is no change. Is it clear? Once again I will repeat, or otherwise, if the present state is 0, it will come here. So what will happen here? You will get 1. Okay, this one will go here. This one will go here. So 1 1 means you will get 0. Okay. If I use the present state as 1, what will happen? Both inputs are 1 means it is going to be 0. It is going to be 0. If 0 comes here, if any one of the input is 0, the output is going to be 1. So 1 here. No change state. Okay. Then now 0 1. For the next input 0, it is 1. If it is 0 means it is going to be 1 here. I have already told you that clock input we have to be assume that it is 1. So 1 1 means we are going to get 0 here. Okay. So now we have to check once again with the present state. The values of 0, 1. So if you assume the present state is 0, what will happen? Here we will be getting 1. Then this 1 will go here. 1 1 means 0. So we will be getting 0. If you assume present state as 1, so what will happen? You will be getting already it is 0, so we will be getting 1. Here also will be this 1 will go here. 1 1 it is 0. So irrespective of 0 or 1, the next state is 0. So which means that it is reset state. Reset, right? Then for 1 0. Now S becomes 1, R becomes 0. Okay, S becomes 1 means the clock input is also 1. Both inputs are 1 means the output of NAND gate is 0. If any one of the input is 0 in NAND gate, the output is going to be 1 here. Once again, now we have to check with the present states. What could be the next state? We will see. We will assume the present state as 0. So 0 means we will be getting 1 here. 1 here we will be having 0. So what will be getting? Next state as 1. Now we will assume the present state as 1. So what will happen? 1 will come here. Both inputs are 1. What will happen here? We will be getting a 0. This 0 will go as an input. Then what is the output of NAND gate? 1. Okay. Which means this is set state. Irrespective of the present values, either it is 0 or 1, it is moving on to 1. So it is set state. Okay. What about the last input? What about the last input? We will see now. So last input is 1 1. 1 1 means what will happen? Both the NAND gates becomes NAND gate outputs become 0. If it comes, if any one of the input is 0, momentarily both the outputs would be momentarily go to 1. It should not go according to the property of the flip-flop. So irrespective of 0 or 1, it is going to an indeterminate state. Indeterminate state. Okay, so why do we need to come from RS flip-flop to SR flip-flop? Means we have faced that useless state called as an indeterminate state. So we have tried to avoid that using SR flip-flop, but we are able to push down the indeterminate state to the last row. We are not able to completely remove that indeterminate state. Okay. So then we need to discuss the other type of flip-flop called as an JK flip-flop. JK flip-flop is nothing but it's a just refinement of an SR flip-flop. Okay, JK flip-flop is nothing but just the refinement of SR flip-flop. Now we will see that. So here I am going to make use of the same SR flip-flop structure. I am going to modify a small changes here. Okay, I am going to change SR flip-flop inputs as JK, right? Only one modification what I am going to do is the complemented output should be combined with J input. Normal output should be combined with K input. Okay, the same SR flip-flop structure. What changes I have made to convert the SR flip-flop as JK is just I have taken the output of Q dash as the input to the input along with the J flip-flop, and the normal output of Q will be used along with the input of K. Okay, that is the only change. Now we will see the behavior of this JK flip-flop. Okay, now we will draw the characteristic table J, K, QT, QT plus 1. Okay, so 0, 0. So J is 0, K is 0. Okay, J is 0 means what will happen? 1. K is also 0 means it is going to be 1. Okay. Now we will see that we are going to assume Q value as 0. Q 0 means Q dash is going to be 1, right? Q is 0 means Q dash is going to be 1. Similarly, Q is 0 means here it is 0. Anyhow, this is the situation. If any one of the values 0 means this place is going to we are going to have 1. Now we will check it. 0 and 1, what will happen? 1 will come here, and 1 means what will happen? 1 means we will get 0 when Q is 0. Now we will see what is happening when Q equal to 1. Q equal to 1 means Q dash becomes 0. Anyhow, it is not going to have any impact because J is already 0. Q dash becomes 0. Q we are combining means it is 1 here. So 1 means what will be getting? 0 will be getting. This 0 will come here. 0 means the next state is 1. So this is no change. Because when present state is 0, the next state goes to 0. When the present state is 1, the next state goes to 1. So there is no change. Okay. Then now we will see about what is happening when JK is 0, 1. Okay. When J is 0, K is 1. Okay, so J is 0 means it is going to be 1 anyhow. Now we have to see whether present state is Q. We will assume present state is Q. Present state is Q means what is the Q dash? Q dash is going to be 1. Okay. Right? Yeah. Q is going to be 0. So if Q is 0 means what is happening? Here also it is 1. Okay. Now we'll see 0 is coming along with this 1 means what will happen? Output is going to be 1 here. This one will go. This one will go here. If both inputs are 1, output is going to be 0. Clear? So when Q output is 0, output is 0. QT output is 0, QT plus 1 output is 0. Okay. Now we'll assume Q equal to 1. Q equal to 1 means what will happen? This Q is combined along with K input, no? So Q becomes 1 and Q dash becomes 0. So the output of NAND gate is going to be 1 here. But here all the inputs are 0. So here the output of NAND gate is 0. Okay. Now you combine. 1 0 means what will happen? 1. This one will go here. 1 1 means it is 0. So when the present state is 1, the next state is also 0. So it is nothing but a reset state. Okay. Now we'll move on to the next input called as an 1 0. So now J is 1. J is 1. K is 0. So if the value of the input is 1, we are dependent on other inputs. Whether the other inputs are 0 or 1, we have to check. If the already K is 0 means we need not to bother about that. The output of NAND gate is going to be always 1 here. Okay. Now we'll start checking by present state is 0. Q is 0 means what will happen? Q dash becomes 1. Correct? Q is 0 means Q dash is combined with J input. Na? So Q is 0 means Q dash output becomes 1. So 1. So all the inputs are 1 means the NAND gate is going to be 0. Okay. So what will happen? This 0 will come here. 0 NAND 1 means here 1 will come. This 1 will be combined here. So what is the output? 1. If any one of the input is 0, the output is going to be 1. When 0, it is 1. Now we'll see what is happening when the Q is present state Q is 1. When present input Q is 1 means what will happen? Q becomes 1. So it is not having any impact because K is already 0. Q is 1 means Q dash becomes 0 now. Q dash becomes 0 means this becomes what? This becomes 1. Now we'll see that we have assumed 1 here. 1 1, what will happen? If both inputs are 1, it is 0. Here 0 will come. If any one of the input is 0, the output is going to be 1. So, irrespective of the present state 0 or 1, it goes to 1 1. So, it is set state. Okay. So, the final input is 1 1. Now, J is 1 and K is also 1. Okay. Now, we have to check it based on the present state. And we have to study the next state. Okay? Yeah. Now we assume that Q is 0. Q is 0 means what will happen? Q dash becomes 1. Q dash becomes 1. Q 0 means this is 0. So if any one of the value is 0, this NAND gate output is going to be 1. Here all the inputs are 1. I have already told you that clock input is always assumed to be 1. So here all the inputs are 1. So this is going to be 0. Now you study 0, 1. 0, 1 what will give? 1. 1, 0 it will give 1. Okay. So when present state is 0, the next state is 1. Now in study, now we assume the present state as 1. and we'll see what is happening. Q is 1 means what will happen? This K input, this input will be 1 along with K. Q is 1 means Q dash becomes 0. This input becomes 0. This input becomes 0 means if any one of the input is 0, the output of this NAND gate is 1. But here all the inputs are 1, so this becomes 0. Now we will see the behavior 1 and 0. If one of the input is 0, so the output of this NAND gate is going to be 1. This one is going to come here. Both the inputs are 1, so the next state value is 0. So it is 0. So what is happening here? When the present state is 0, the next state is 1. When the present state is 1, the next state is 0. This is called as a toggle state. This is called as a toggle state. When the present state is 0, the next state becomes 1. When the present state is 1, the next state becomes 0. This is called as a toggle state. So JK has removed the difficulty that we had faced in SR flip-flop and RS flip-flop, that is called as an indeterminate state. That indeterminate state has been getting replaced by a toggle state. JK flip-flop is generally used for designing counters since it is having a state called as a toggle state. We will talk about counters while we are discussing about the design of counters. Okay. Next we will go on to D flip-flop. Okay, T flip-flop will go. Then we will discuss about D flip-flop. Now we are going to see about T flip-flop. T flip-flop, otherwise known as toggle flip-flop. Here also, it is also based on JK flip-flop. We are going to make a minor change using JK flip-flop. That becomes our T flip-flop. Okay? That becomes our T flip-flop. What I am going to do is, I am going to combine both J and K inputs. Okay? I am going to combine both J and K inputs. Clock is coming here. Okay? So this is nothing but this is our T flip-flop. Okay? This is called as a T. Now we will see the behavior of an T flip-flop. Just what I have combined. I have combined both J and K as a single input and making it as a T flip-flop. Now we will see the behavior of T flip-flop. Present state QT and the next state is QT plus 1, 0, 1. So here the input is a single input, so we are going to check only two combinations. What will happen when T is 0? Okay. Now we assume T is 0. T is 0 means 0 is going here also and here also, right? Okay. Present state is 0. Present state is 0 means what is happening? This Q dash becomes 1 here. Okay. This Q becomes Q here, Q is coming here. Q dash becomes 1 here. Okay. So what is the output of NAND gate here? Because one of the input is 0, so both the output NAND gates is 1. So what will happen? Present state is 0 means 0 and 1 is 1. 1, 1 means 0. So when present state 0, the next state is 0. Now we assume the present state as 1. So what is Q dash now? Q dash becomes 0. Here we have 1. Though we don't have any impact on this input because already one of the input is 0, right? So both the NAND gates are 1. So now 1 means what will be getting 0. This 0 will go here. If any one of the input is 0, what is happening? 1. So what is happening? When present state is 0, the next state is 0. When the present state is 1, next state is 1. Which means no change state. Okay. Now we'll see what is happening when t input is 1. Now I am giving t as 1. So what will happen? First, both the values will be 1 here, correct? Both the values will be 1 here. We'll assume the present state as q present state as 0 now. 0 means what is happening? Q dash becomes 1. Q dash becomes 1. Q becomes 0 here. Here all the inputs are 1. I have already told you once again that clock input is assumed to be always 1. So all the inputs are 1 means the output of NAND gate is 0. Here the output of NAND gate is going to be 1. So 0, 1, what you will be getting? 1 you will be getting here. And 1, 0. 1, 0 means what you will be getting? 1 you will be getting. So when Q present state is 0, next state is 1. Now we will assume Q equal to 1. Q equal to 1 means Q dash is 0. Q dash is 0. This Q is 1, right? So now here this NAND gate having all the inputs as 1. So what will happen? This becomes 0. Here one of the input is 0. So this NAND gate is going to be 1. So 1, 0, what will happen? 1 will come. If this 1 goes here, what will happen? 0 will be getting. So when present state is 1, the next state is 0. So this is called as a toggle state. Okay. This is called as a T flip-flop, or otherwise known as toggle flip-flop. Now we are going to discuss about D flip-flop or data flip-flop. D flip-flop we are going to design based on the or with the help of SR flip-flop circuit. Okay. Remember it is Q dash. Always remember, if I have not put the labels also, the output of flip-flops are 2. One is Q and Q dash. Okay. Okay, so SR, right? SR will be combined to give an D flip-flop, D input. Okay, and we already know that the clock input is applied to both. This is clock. Okay. One more thing. Sorry. Here, this input should be given through a NOT gate. Sorry. This should be given through a NOT gate. Okay. So that is, D is applied to both the NAND gates. Based on that, the value will change. Okay. Now we'll see the behavior of a D flip-flop. QT present state, QT plus 1 is next state. Okay. Now if D is 0, if D is given as 0, so 0 will come here, as well as here the value would be 1. Okay, so if any one of the value is 0, the output of NAND gate is 1. Here both the inputs of NAND gate are 1, because we know that we will be assuming the clock input is always 1. So the output of NAND gate is 0 here. Okay, and I think we have not completed this part, so we have to take the output and give it as an input, and we have to take this output and give it as an input. Okay, so now we'll start with by assuming present state as 0. So what will happen? 0 and 0 becomes 1. This one will go here. 1 1 becomes 0. So when present state is 0, the next state is 0. Now next we'll assume present state as 1. What will happen? 1 0. 1 0 means it is going to be 1. 1 1 means it is going to be 0. So irrespective of the present state, that is 0 or 1, the next state is always 0. So it represents reset state. Okay. Now what will happen? The D input is going to be 1. If D is given as 1, here this NAND gate input is going to be 1. Here it is going to be 0 because it is coming through a NOT gate. So it is going to be 0. So here both the inputs are going to be 1. So output of NAND gate is 0. Here one of the input is 0. So the output of NAND gate is 1. So now we'll check with the present state and study the behavior of the next state. So now we'll assume the present state as 0. 0 and 1. If any one of the values 0 means the output is going to be 1. This 1 is going to come here. 1 and 0, the output is going to be 1. That is, next state is going to be 1. Okay. Now we'll see what is the output of next state when the present state is 1. 1. Here also 1. 1 1 means it is going to be 0 here. If 0 comes here, what will happen? It is going to be 1. So it is always 1. The next state is always 1, irrespective of the present state is 0 or 1. So which means it is set state. Okay. So D flip flop will be used for designing the registers. So registers means what will happen? If you want to store 0, it should be stored as it is. If you want to store 1 bit in a register, it should be stored as it is. So that is why we are using D flip-flop for designing the registers. You can see here, if D is given as an input, the output is going to be stored as a 0 here. If D input is given as 1, the output is going to be 1. So that is why D input is most commonly used for designing the registers, and JK flip-flop is used commonly for designing the counters. It is not necessary that it is only either D flip-flop or JK flip-flop is having an exclusive use. You can use it for other purposes also. For example, JK flip-flop also you can use it for designing registers. In the other words, D flip-flop can also be used for designing counters, but exclusively JK flip-flop will be useful for designing counters. D flip-flop will be exclusively useful for designing registers. Okay, so this is about the various types of flip-flops. So first we should know what do you mean by flip-flop. Flip-flop is capable of storing only 1 bit of information at a time. Either it can store a 0 or 1. Okay, and we have studied various types of flip-flops starting from RS flip-flop, clocked RS flip-flop or SR flip-flop, and then JK flip-flop, then T flip-flop or toggle flip-flop, and D flip-flop or data flip-flop. Okay, thank you.